Good morning, YouTubers. It's a fabulous day today. You can see across the sea there, across the bay, and we've got Africa just over there.
Oh,
just about lovely. Make out Africa. We've got a good view of Africa today. Oh, good tea. We've got these old chairs.
I just removed the trick chair.
I was going to put my
that Trevor was sitting on. He was lucky.
Yeah, look, that's it. That's firewood. That is. Yeah. I got that chair from the bins because we always need wood to get the fire going. You know, we've got plenty of logs, but we run out of kindling very quickly, don't you? And
oh, it's lovely today.
It is lovely today. I've not made a video for a few days, so I want to tell everyone what's been happening. We've had an eventful few days. Now, as you know, Benjamin arrived on one of his flying visits, but it was a more flying visit than previously. He rocked up. I picked him up from the train station, not the train station, the bus station, because he just landed from England, and I brought him to the house. He rodded the drains, and he didn't even get a chance to go to sleep. His boss was on the phone. Get on the next plane to Paris.
Yes.
So he had to sleep in the airport and on the plane and things like that. Anyway, hopefully he'll be back next week, and hopefully this is the last job before Christmas. Hopefully he'll be back with us for Christmas, won't he?
Yes.
And yes, I'll let you show what you've got. It's a glass
with Edward VIII. Says, "Long live the King."
See if we can get a close-up of it.
Coronation, May 12th, 1937. Well, that never happened, did it?
And yes, you guessed it, my brother Michael landed yesterday here in Gibraltar. So
was it only yesterday?
Yesterday. Does it feel like longer?
It does actually. I thought he'd been here for 2 nights.
So anyway, he's here. No, he's here. He's here, and he's stopping for a week or so. We'll see. And he's gone off for a walk because it's such a nice day. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely fabulous. Look at that. Look at that. You've got people in shorts.
Africa. That's Africa in the distance.
Walking dogs. The sea's dead calm. And it's fabulous, and we often sit up here on our roof terrace and sort of look across at Africa when we can see it, because quite often you can't see it because of the horizontal visibility and the weather. But it's fabulous today.
There goes Blackmouth.
Yeah.
My least favourite ferry.
We're going to, yes, it was a car ferry that makes an enormous wake and travels at 30 knots. And when we used to do dolphin trips,
it goes from Algeciras port over there to Ceuta, which is Spanish. It's on Africa, but it's Spanish. It's like Gibraltar is British, same sort of thing.
Yeah. So you can arrive in Ceuta. You're still in Spain, but you're in North Africa. Anyway, Michael is here, and we've been chatting with Michael about all kinds of things, and hopefully we'll get him on a video later on today. Yes. Who knows? It's a problem with my channel. You can never sort of predict when the next video, because you just can't do it. I'd like to do a predictable video each day, but I can't. It just doesn't work out. Life doesn't work out that way. No. I'm wanting to go to the boat to do things, but I've got a what do you call them? A Ninja.
Oh yes, Ninja air fryer.
Air fryer arriving. I bought it on Amazon, and it's arriving today, so I can't go out. I've got to wait.
Pay duty on that.
Oh no, I don't think so. No, it's Amazon. Yeah, the problem is you buy things from the UK. I bought a couple of things. Well, I bought one thing from the UK, and then Trevor sent me a coffee pot from the UK, and between the two, import duty was 10 quid, well, 10 euros. Mm. And I thought, oh dear. So this is another problem leaving the EU. You see, you're now an external market, an external country, and so there's tariffs to be paid on anything that comes from the UK. So we generally don't buy anything from the UK.
Well, if I do, I get it sent to the office in Gib. But even then, there has always been duty to pay on certain items from the UK to Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Because Gibraltar was never a member of the customs union or the single market because it's so small.
Yeah.
Has no agriculture. And that was quite shocking actually, because your stepfather sent you a CD, didn't he? And you had to pay a couple of quid duty on that. We were like, what the hell?
It was a film called Longitude, how they found out longitude, how they cracked it. The Royal Navy wanted to find out how they could work out longitude, and there was the film about how they worked it out. Yeah, it was a £10 video, DVD or something, and it was I had to pay £1.50 duty on it, and that was from England to Gibraltar.
Yeah.
So anyway, what do you think of this glass? These were obviously mass-produced for the coronation of Edward VIII.
But it says what, that the date that they were planning?
Don't drop it.
May 12th.
So they were planning May the 12th, 1937. So I haven't looked up the coronation date of George VI, because that was his brother, wasn't it? When he abdicated, his brother became king.
Perhaps they kept the same date because I don't know, I'll have to look that one up.
So I suppose these glasses became instantly worthless, and they would have made millions of them if I put it in front of Fiona. I'm putting it in front of Fiona, you can see it better now because it's very sunny here. So these would have made millions of them, and they instantly became worthless because the king wasn't being coronated anymore. So I think that's really collectible. And Fiona doesn't want to sell it anyway. You've got it for your collection.
I'll tell you what I will do. I'll clean it properly. And I'll put it on the
Michael
shelf.
gave it to her as a present. He didn't charge you for it in the end.
Well, not yet. He might change his mind. Where's me 50 quid?
But we've been having a good giggle, haven't we? We've been chatting about all kinds of things. Like I said, I'll try and get him on a video later, but we'll see how it goes.
And then his lads are jealous that he's come out, and they wanted to come out, but one of them's somewhere else, Germany, I think. So you might have other people descending.
And all my kids are threatening to come out for Christmas.
They are, definitely. But I won't say. Well, with Ben, we don't know, but with the other one, I won't say the date that she's coming.
Me and Fiona's kids, not the ones of the first wife. Although they are welcome to come anytime they know
Richard's just
that.
been out, hasn't he?
Richard came out earlier this year. He's more than welcome to come. If you're watching Richard, you're more than welcome to come out. You might have to sleep on the sofa. But, yeah, of course you're welcome to come out.
It's just lovely today. You could sunbathe today. It's really warm.
It is, it's fabulous. I'm going to get some suntan oil on if it carries on like this. It's fabulous. Fabulous day. So, hopefully we'll get an update later on. And hopefully we'll get young Michael on. And he can tell you all about his adventures. Because he has some interesting...
Yeah, he was saying... well, one of our kids was staying with him a couple of years ago, and they said, "Oh, he's keeping bees, Mum, he's keeping bees." And I can't remember which one of them it was. And I said to him, "How are your bees, Michael?" And he went, "Oh, they all fucked off." Didn't know they did that. They just flew away. They didn't like the hive that he'd created. Fussy bees. So he can tell everyone all about that.
Well, people can successfully relocate bees. If you've got a bee's nest or something where it's unwanted, people have gone along and moved the nest to sort of somewhere else, and that's been successful. But other times it's not successful, and they all leave and go somewhere else. I don't know.
I love bees. I just don't want them near me.
Oh yeah, I really like bees, but I can't see myself. Oh, what was that guy called? There was a programme which was set in Gibraltar called Britain in the Sun. And there was this horrible greasy person on it. And don't you know who I am? Well, no, we don't actually. One of them, who are you? I suggest you go around and start asking everybody, because everybody else knows who I am. One of them.
I don't remember him.
Greasy one. He was Dr. Someone. He called himself a doctor.
Yeah, he died.
He's dead.
I know what you mean.
Dead
he died a couple of years ago. Yeah.
And he said, "Oh yes, we've found this. There's complaints. There's a bee's nest. We're going to go and move. I'm an expert on bees as well." He was an expert in, you name it. He was a fucking expert in it, right? horrible guy. Honestly, I wouldn't buy him half a beer. Go away. I didn't like him. Anyway, he went off with his hat, with all the net and all his bee suit and his gloves and everything, so he didn't get stung. And he's climbing up this ladder. And they're cutting this nest, and they've got all these big boxes to put and they relocate the bees. This is for Britain in the Sun, the TV series. And he's up there going, oh yes, bees, and he's telling you all about fucking bees, like, yeah. And he's going, ow, ow.
And the neighbour.
And he's getting stung all the way. They're getting in all his recesses, aren't they? And they're in his face stinging.
He came to.
It's not funny, but
he came to the dolphin safari office once and sort of blocked the door. He put his hands either side, and I said to him, "Can I help you?" And he said, "Don't you know who I am?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry, sir, I don't." And he went, "Well, you should know who I am. Everyone knows who I am. Who do you think I am?" And I said, "A homeless person? I don't know." Only he hit the roof, and then someone else turned up at the office who knew who he was, and they went, "Oh, it's him. Oh, come away, come away."
can't remember his name, can you?
I can remember his name, and I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be horrible to people who've died. It was very sad. He died a couple of years ago. But I mean, you get people that folk are funny.
He used to shoot monkeys. He was a monkey expert.
Right.
He said he was a monkey expert, and so what he did is he.
You're going to be mean.
I'm not going to be mean. They can watch the programme themselves. Right? He had this air gun. Which had a dart that put the monkeys to sleep. So he'd march up to the monkey and go bang, and he'd shoot it, right, and it'd go to sleep. That's the plan. But it doesn't work quite that simple, because the monkey knows what the gun looks like, right? And the monkey's been shot before, and he thought, So he has to sneak up behind someone with the gun. He has to have the gun behind someone.
Yeah.
And when they get close, he pulls the gun out and shoots the monkey. But then the monkey jumps over the cliff, right, to escape, and it's climbing down the rock face, and then
it falls asleep halfway.
And it falls asleep halfway down the rock face, and then it falls to its death thousands of feet. So the guy's puddled. I think you're fucking daft as a brush. You shouldn't be on the programme.
As I recall
anyway,
in the programme, I'm not sure he did really need to hide behind the 17-year-old girl who had a lovely figure. I think that might have been an excuse for physical contact. Anyway, I'm off. That's enough of your skullduggerous. That's it.
Dr. Eric something, wasn't it? I can't remember his. He kept calling himself a doctor. Fiona said to him, "Do you want a dolphin trip?" "Do I want a fucking dolphin trip? Do I want a dolphin?" And we're like, there we go, narcissist. "I've got a badge there on my lapel. Look, it's got a dolphin on it." And we're like that. So you have. So you don't want a dolphin trip.
I just want you to understand this, Graham, right? This coffee thing that you bought, can you see through it now?
Yeah.
Whereas when you clean it, you can't see through it. It's cloudy. Like that. Now, this has been going on for years.
This is how the barmaids do it, is it?
No, we have a glass, in bars they have a glass cleaner. You know, I'm guessing that, yeah, I thought so. So this has come from your brother, so it's the same situation with him, isn't it? So I've used the scratchy side on the glass and then rinse it and let it drain a bit, and then I use this to polish it. Like these, I don't know if it was you or Michael who washed these up this morning, they were cloudy. So I've washed them again. This is where I break it.
Don't break it.
Now, can you see the difference?
Oh yeah. And we've just Googled the coronation, haven't we?
Yes, they kept the same date.
So they just swapped kings.
Well, yeah, of course, because the planning and the preparation that goes into it. Yes. So he must have felt, watching his brother's coronation, you know, that was he must have had huge emotion.
That was his coronation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So his brother had his coronation and his crown, and it was all his mistake.
Yes.
It's because he wanted to marry Wallace.
There we go. Now, that's much better, isn't it? Now you can see through it.
Can we read it now? Put it against your... There we go. Hang on. I won't drop it. No, stay there, because I need the black background. Long live the king. ER. Coronation. Edward VIII. There we go.
All right, let go. I've got it.
You've got it.
I have control. I have
control.
It. I'm going to just leave it on the shelf with the champagne glasses.
Oh, it'll get broken there.
No, it won't. Be fine there.
Well done, Fiona. One glass polishing exercise.
All the glasses have to be polished. I can't stand it if they're not polished.